Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a little holiday video. So I'm reviewing a few products that I picked up from Ulta, one product from Sephora, and one from an indie brand. But basically these are last minute gift ideas, so I think most of the stuff that I got you can go pick up in Ulta stores before the holidays hit. So most of them are affordable items, and I'm just going to kind of give you a quick review and just kind of talk through why I think these are good ideas for Christmas gifts or for other holiday gifts for this time. So first and foremost, I want to point out the hat that I'm wearing, this beret that says Yule. I absolutely love this. This is from Witchwood Bags, which is a brand that you can follow on Instagram and see when they have their drops. They have super creepy stuff year round, but I love that they do things for each of the holidays that are spooky, that are not Halloween related. So obviously I've got like a Christmas time beret here that still has a spooky vibe to it with the Yule. And then this dress, I'll zoom you in. Let's see, super close. I don't know if you can see here, but this just has like reindeers and snowmen skeletons and moons and bats and coffins, and basically it's just a really cool Christmas print spooky dress, and it's like this all over. And if you want to check out like the full length of the dress, if you want to see, it's a skater style dress. I'll have a picture on my Instagram page probably of me in it. But this is from Blackmilk clothing. So I love to shop there again whenever I'm trying to find things that are again spooky with an edge, but still appropriate for holidays. So this outfit, the hat with this, I just love it so much. So I did want to shout those out really quick. So before I swatch and show you some of the makeup products that I'm really excited about, I wanted to also show you a few things that are not makeup related that I just think are cool gift ideas right now. And leave me feedback, let me know if you like these kind of videos or not. I love gift giving, I love to get gifts, I love to give gifts. So I'm happy to do like gift guides throughout the year, maybe like a monthly video or something like that for some of my favorite things that I've picked up in the month. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is from Ulta and is from a holiday collection. So let me see. So this is the I Heart Revolution is the brand, and they did a collaboration with the movie Elf, the holiday movie. So there you go. So the name of this is Just Someone Need a Hug, and it is a bubble bath. As you can see, some of it is obviously gone because I used some of it today for the first time. I just think that this is so adorable. So it looks like maple syrup if you've seen the movie Elf. It fits in obviously with that film. He likes to eat maple syrup. Unfortunately, it doesn't smell like maple syrup. When I bought it, it doesn't say on the front what the scent would be, so I just assumed that it would be maple syrup as the scent, but it's actually more of like a strawberry raspberry smell. So it still smells really, really good, but I just thought the hot pink and the fact that it's so correlated with the film was just adorable. Unfortunately, it didn't make the best bubbles in the bathtub, so I would say it's not like if you're looking for like big luxurious bubble bath, this is not it for you, but it does smell really good. It had a strong smell in the air like while the water was running, and so I enjoyed it. Honestly, I think that this may have been better branded as a shower gel, so instead of using it as bubble bath, actually just using it like a shower gel, which I may try next. But I think that this full price was $8. But you can use coupons on this. So I thought that this was a super cute gift for lots of different ages. Anyone who likes to take a bubble bath, I thought this was cute, especially if you know someone who enjoys the film Elf. There is a full entire collection that came out. I only have 2 items from it, but they have basically anything you could think of, and Ulta has all of it. So you can check that out online or in stores. So that was the first little shout out that I was gonna give. The second one I wanted to give was actually for something I'm not going to talk about in this video, but I will talk about in another video soon, and that is this gift set here. So I haven't really talked yet about Juvia's Place, that's the brand on this channel yet, but I'm excited to do that. It's one of my all-time favorite brands. You can purchase it at Ulta. It is very affordable. You can also use coupons on it, and the quality is just top-notch. This feels like something that you would pay a lot of money for, like in Sephora, for example, like a really fancy prestige brand, but it is affordable. This specific set is going to be a blue themed eyeshadow palette and then a highlighter. This set together I paid $10 for at Ulta earlier this week. Regularly it's $25. So currently Ulta has a few of their holiday gift sets half off, this being one of them. And then I also had a 20% off coupon code, so I used that and got this for $10, which I think is just a complete steal. So you'll see this again. I am going to do like a winter look probably sometime in January or maybe early February with this, with these 2 products together. So that will be coming, but I did just want to give it a little shout out because it was on such a good sale in case you are looking for last minute gifts. and there are other sets from other brands and also other sets from Juvia's Place. That one I like because I personally really like blue eyeshadows, but it's a very bold eyeshadow palette, so very, very bright blues. So it may not be the best gift for everyone, but if you know someone who loves the color blue, like for a winter look, awesome gift set there. And then the last thing that I was going to show, these I actually picked up from TJ Maxx. So if you've been on my channel before, you probably know that Betsy Johnson is my absolute favorite designer. And these are nutcracker themed earrings. They're obviously mismatched. So you've got a little pink, pastel pink nutcracker man, and then you've got a dangle earring here with a pearl ornament at the bottom. The price tag's still on them, so I could show you. I paid $15 for these. I believe they were originally like on the Betsy Johnson website between $40 and $60, either probably $48 or $58. So to pay $15 for them at TJ Maxx was a complete steal. And I had to show you these. So even if these are a little bold, so I know like some people are not into these crazy big dangle mismatched earrings, they had a lot of great holiday jewelry at TJ Maxx. They had Betsy Johnson, they had tons and tons of other brands that, you know, the brands that they always have year round, but super cute holiday stuff. And they're so much more affordable than if you bought them at the places they're originally from. So for example, if you have like a $20, $25 spending limit on something, I feel like this would be an adorable gift together. So a little pair of pink earrings with the matching bubble bath. I just think that would be an adorable gift. I would love to get this for a gift. So I just wanted to quickly show those. I think those are some really affordable options that you can get last minute in the store essentially right now. And that would be kind of, if I was trying to shop last minute, those are some things I would go for. So in relationship to the actual stuff that I'm going to talk about today, the first thing I want to talk about is a collection from Colourpop. Of course, I love Colourpop. So they came out with, I'm not sure what the name of the collection would be, but it appeared on Ulta.com first before it was on the Colourpop website. There were two eyeshadow palettes. One was called Ticket to Dreamland, which had a lot of bright colors. There was a bright purple, a bright blue, I think a hot pink, something like that. So pretty bold colors, which normally I would have gone for over the palette that I ended up buying, but it reminded me of a palette that I already had from Colourpop, and so I ended up passing on that one. What I did end up getting is this one. So this is the box for the eyeshadow palette. It's called On a Whimsy. Here's the back of the box, and I just thought that this was absolutely gorgeous. So I love these carousel horses on here. I love the packaging, the color. This feels very like holidays into New Year's Eve, into like January and February, and with the pink, you know, even into Valentine's Day. So I just thought this was so cute and such a good time of year for it to come out. So this is the palette that I've used on my eyes today, and as you can see, it's a pretty pastel look. I love pastel looks, and I used obviously the colors in the palette that were more pastel in nature, but the palette is a really nice palette in the sense that it has a lot of neutrals and everyday, I hate that phrase, but everyday colors if you're someone looking for that style. So I'm gonna roll my sleeve up. Normally we finish with the eyeshadow palette swatches, but I figured for this video, why don't we start with them? Okay, so why don't I actually show you the palette? The palette on the outside cardboard packaging looks just like the packages that I just showed you. And the inside has a mirror with still more of that pretty carousel looking pinky design. And then here are the colors, very, very pretty. So really quickly to walk you through what I did on my eyes today. I put in the crease first this color, it's called Games, and so I just wanted to warm up the look a little bit. I knew I was going to be using these kind of cool toned icy pastel colors, and I wanted something warm in the crease, just to kind of bring a little bit more warmth to my face, and so I thought Games was the perfect color for that. I knew that I wanted to still have some purples in here, some touches of purples, because the lip gloss that I used today is like a berry purple color, obviously. So I did go in with this purpley brownish shade down here called Main Street, and I just used that to deepen up the crease a little bit and to give a little bit of that purple again to the color story that I was doing on my face. I then took Greatest Ever, which is like this grayish brown, and mixed it with Funnel, which is a soft black, maybe even a really dark gray, not actually black. I mixed those two together and then right on the outer of my eyes deepened that up just to give it a little bit more of a smoky effect, and those blended together beautifully. I then put Cold Drink in the center here. This is like a gorgeous, I thought I was gonna pull more mint green, but it reminds me of like the color of a freezy drink, like those blue freezy icy drinks. And then in the inner corner, I went in with this shade So Ferris, which looks like a shimmer white, but it definitely pulls green and has like the green glitters and green shift to it, which you can probably see on the inner corner of my eye there today. So these are larger pans for Colourpop. It is a little bit more of an expensive palette for that reason, but again, I think this is a great color story. I think that this is unique. It could be used for a lot of different things, and I feel like it's a good holiday cold weather palette in general, but I like that it had the pop of pastel. So I'll go ahead now and start the swatches on my arm. So the first one is that green shifty white color I told you about that's called, I'll just do it this way. It is called So Ferris. See if I can zoom in even more. There's that color. Right next to that is Merry-Go-Round. This is probably the exact color of my skin tone or pretty close to it. So you're probably not gonna see that one. Yeah, just barely. On my skin tone, this would be good to blend out some of the darker colors in the palette with, but honestly, I probably wouldn't use that shade too much myself. Next is kind of that caramelly, I don't know, it reminds me of caramel, warm colored brown that's called Games that I used in my crease today. Right next to that is Hop and a Skip, which is kind of similar to this color, but it's got a little bit more of a pink to it, which I think would be really pretty with some of the shimmers in here. Going down to the next line, we're gonna have Taffy Much, and this is a shimmer that looks like it's gonna be kind of like a sagey green, a light sage green. Yeah, very pretty. I'm excited to try that one. It kind of pulls a little more yellow on me, on my skin than in the palette itself. Next is that gorgeous shimmer, which is the favorite shade in the palette. I think it would be for most people, Cold Drink. I just love that. It reminds me again of those like ices. Next to that is the darkest shimmer, which is called Deep Fried, and it's just this really gorgeous bronzy shimmer. It kind of looks like a pressed glitter, but it's really just a soft, smooth shimmer. I'm gonna put that one up here actually. Wow, yeah. I mean, that's just absolutely gorgeous. You could put that all over your lid for any kind of a holiday or party look and you'd be good to go. Okay. And then next to that is a pink shimmer called Thrill Ride. It's kind of like a pink to gold shimmer. A little lighter than I thought it would. Not super impressed with that color. Maybe on other skin tones that would be a more appropriate or fun color. And then finally in our last row we've got 4 mattes here. These are kind of the darker of the mattes. So I'm gonna shift now to the inside. You can kind of see these colors peeking through, but I'm gonna start up here. So the first matte is called Waltz, and this is just like another really pretty mid-tone pink. It does have a bit of a neutral look to it, I guess, depending on what your skin tone would be. Next to that is this pretty grayish called Greatest Ever that I mixed in to my very, very outer corner. I really like that you have something a little bit more cool toned in here to use with this pastel shades. I think that's something that's unique about this palette as well. The third shade is Main Street, which is kind of that purpley brown that I really enjoyed on my eyes today. And then finally is that really dark, I can't tell if it's like a super dark brown, gray, maybe even black, I guess a super dark brown. I'll put it up here. And that one is called Funnel. And that one really did, it's nice and dark, but it blended beautifully with Greatest Ever down here. And so that's what I use again to darken up the outer corners just a little bit. And I thought it worked really, really well. So while I'm wiping the colors off my arm here, my thoughts on the palette. So I think that it's got some great mattes. I like that it's versatile in the sense that you've got some warm tone stuff, you've got some cool tone options there. I think that the types of shimmers that they gave you, again, makes it versatile. So you've got a green that could be for holidays, you've got that white shifty green that could be for anything, that pretty blue, which would be pretty, I think, any time of the year, but especially like in summer or spring. You've got that shade Deep Fried, which is that really dark bronzy kind of gold color. And I think that that would literally just be gorgeous for like a New Year's Eve look. And it would be so easy because you could just do one swipe with your finger on the lid and it would look really, really good. So let me blow this off. Got a little dusty. It did have a little bit of pickup, but again, I think if you're in the market for a new eyeshadow palette, this one is really, really pretty. This is a color story that speaks to you. Now, obviously, I've got my feedback like I always have on palettes. So some things that I thought that this palette could have done differently that would have made it better for me. First, let me zoom back in. So first, I like that I had this blue and this like shifty white green in the inner corner here. I really would have liked to see more pastel options in here, specifically a baby pink shimmer. I think that would have made it perfect and just set it completely over the top. I would have put it in like my everyday makeup palettes if it had just had the baby pink shimmer. I feel like that's what's missing. Now, what they also had when they came out with this collection though is some of those color sticks for the eyes. So I'm gonna show you two of those that I got. I purposefully got two that I feel like were shimmer sticks that would have been good shadow shades in the palette. So there is a purpley one and then a orange one. The purple one I have on my eyes today under my waterline, and then I also tried to put it in my waterline. So it's just one of these little guys. They've got the color there at the bottom. The packaging is so pretty in this. It looks like the packaging on the other that I showed. It's got like that detailing on the side. Still got glitter on my hand, sorry about that. So when I ordered first off of Ulta.com, I thought that this was gonna be more of like a lavender color and similar to like a lavender shimmer that would maybe be close to that baby pink color that I was describing that I wanted. But as you'll see, it's a little bit darker than I thought it was gonna be, but still very, very pretty shimmer, pretty purple. And it did go great under my eye. So I just literally drug it along the bottom of my waterline and then used a small pencil brush to kind of fluff it out and blend it out a little. Very smooth, very, very easy to use. And I was very happy with it. The only thing though I was disappointed in is this definitely did not stick to my waterline. So I don't know if you can tell, I went heavy with this in my waterline today and it just would not stick for anything. You would see a glint of shimmer and then like 5 seconds later it was like back to normal. So again, very, very pretty color. I think that this is great if you're looking for a stick like this that you could use on your lid, or you know, like I used it under my waterline. I wouldn't recommend this though if you're trying to use it actually in your waterline. It's just not doing very well for that. So what I would like to do is to again bust that palette out and use this all over my lid, and then use some of those cooler toned mattes to do the rest of my eye. Now this next one here, oh, and I didn't say what the name of that one was. So sorry. So the name of that one is Devotion. Now this next one that I picked up is called Free Time, and again on the outside packaging I thought that it looked like it was going to be like a shimmery peach, and I think again it's going to be darker than what I thought, but let's look together. So it's peachy shimmer there. You can see the sheen if I do my hand really slow. I feel like this again is another one of those sticks where I could very easily put this on my lid with some of the mattes from that palette and get like a nice peach look. It could be very summery, springy, it could be a lot of fun. They had a lot of different sticks that went with the palette, the Color Stix options. Those were just the two that stood out to me. Again, if they had had a baby pink shimmer stick, that would have been phenomenal because I feel like that's what was missing from the collection. But I am happy with the two colors that I got, and I'm excited to use them actually on the lid. And so kind of working our way back out on the rest of my face for today. So I did do a little bit of a stronger blush. I think I've mentioned before, I like a really heavy blush, especially in the wintertime. I just think that that's so pretty. And this is not from Ulta. This is actually from a cruelty-free, wonderful brand that's an indie brand. And the brand is called Menagerie Cosmetics. Highly recommend them if you're into vibrant colors for your lips, eyes, cheeks, anything like that. They're just a very bold, colorful brand. Great quality, and the packaging always has some kind of little animals or something related to nature on it, which I absolutely love. So they recently came out with their individual blush compacts within these little cardboard palettes themselves, and so I picked one up. So this is the outside. These are called the Arthurine blush. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, and the shade that I got specifically is Sugarberry. There it goes, Sugarberry. Now, while this is cute, but look how cute the actual packaging is. So all their blushes have this adorable little bear, and the bear has this gorgeous floral. I just think that's so cute and so wonderful. I love to like have this sitting out and just looking at it when I'm doing my makeup. It's so pretty. And then when you open it, it's magnetic. There is the shade Sugarberry, kind of a cool toned plummy color, which again, pink, cool toned pinks I love on my cheeks. That's my favorite. And I thought it was also very cute that they have "I'm not blushing, you are" written on the top there. So I'll just run my finger around. It is a matte blush, very pigmented. I used a stippling brush with it today and just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think that their blushes are very buildable, so if you are someone with a deeper skin tone and you see a shade that you like, they do have a lot deeper shades than this available, but it's definitely buildable. So I think that one of the good things about these blushes is because you can apply them very light or very heavy and get very different end results with the pigmentation, means that it's going to be applicable to a lot more people than some other blushes from other brands that are out there. So again, even though this was not from Ulta, and I think that they may not be shipping again until after the holiday season is over, I had to give them a shout out because I just really love the brand so much. As soon as I can get my hands on an eyeshadow palette from them, I'll do a review of that. I'm just waiting. They have their sales, they go up and they sell out in like minutes. And so unfortunately, I've missed 3 or 4 eyeshadow palettes that I've tried to get because they sold out too quickly. I believe I paid around $10 for the blush. I'm so sorry, I don't know the exact amount. I will try to do better in future videos. If you care about having me say the price points in the videos, if you would comment that down below and let me know that you prefer that. But I just think you cannot beat this, and it is a very affordable brand, and it's great to support those small indie brands that are cruelty free. Next, my bronzer today, which is very subtle. You can probably see it's there, but it's subtle. Is actually from Too Faced. So this is one product that I actually picked up, I'm pretty sure from Sephora. I don't know if Ulta has it too or not, I can't remember. But it's a little kit. I believe it was $42. So first in the kit, you get the makeup bag, which is just the cutest. I'm obsessed with marshmallows. I have a cat named Marshmallow, so anything with marshmallow packaging I tend to buy just obsessively. But you've got the marshmallows, the little cups of hot cocoa there. It obviously says Too Faced. When you turn it over, it has the "You're So Hot" and then that pattern continued. I'm not a huge fan of this. I wish that they had just left it marshmallows and like the print all over instead of putting this like kind of stupid slogan on it. And I feel like Too Faced does that a lot, where they have a really good packaging, but then they put something stupid on top of their pretty packaging. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but whenever I have the bag displayed, I display it with this side out because I think that thing is stupid. But inside the bag came a lip gloss, a really pretty lip gloss. I'm not going to show that in this video, maybe in a future video, but it came with a bronzer. So again, the packaging is part of the reason why I bought it. It has the same packaging that was on the bag. When you open it, there is a little mirror inside, and there's a very cute design. Now, I've used this multiple times, so it's kind of worn down, but when you first opened it, there was like a shimmer overlay, and it was even prettier than it is now, and it smells very strongly like chocolate, which I love. So I thought that this was a very cute little set, and I loved it. The only thing that ended up being disappointing is that this is so fair. So I just swirl my brush around in the whole thing, so you can see that there's like the little shimmery white color, there's the dark matte brown, there's the lighter matte brown. I just go all in the whole pan. It works on my skin tone as a subtle bronzer, and I'm extremely fair skinned, so if this is a subtle bronzer on me, it's not going to work for a lot of people. So I'm really disappointed in Too Faced because they're a big enough brand at this point that they could have come out with bronzers in different colors. They could have come out with like, you know, at least 3 different shades in the bronzers, kept the lip gloss color the same, kept the bag the same, and just had other options so that this would have been something that would work for other people. I feel like for the $42 price point, if you are not going to be able to use this bronzer, it's not worth $42. Like, the bag is cute, the lipstick is cute, it is a full-size lipstick and lip gloss and a full-size bronzer, but if you can't use the bronzer, what's the point of buying the gift set, in my opinion? So if you're fair skinned like me, I think that this would work for you, again, as a subtle bronzer, but if you're any darker than I am, I think it's not going to show up, unfortunately. So this was a miss for Too Faced for me. I kept the set because it works for me personally, but I know that it's just not going to work for a lot of people, unfortunately. So that's a bummer. And then 2 more products and we're done. So following along with similar packaging, this is called the Hot Chocolate Highlighter from I Heart Revolution. This is like a raised up, textured little marshmallow snowman, which again, I bought it for the packaging. It's so cute. This was a little mini marshmallow collection that came out. There was a mini eyeshadow palette, a full-size eyeshadow palette, some lip glosses, and I picked up one of the glosses, really liked it. It was very sheer, but this is the highlighter. So there was another shade that would have been too dark for me, so you could check that one out, but this is what it looks like inside. It does have a little mirror, and then it has this beautiful imprinted snowflake design on it. It is a very glittery highlighter, so I have that on my face today. You can see it on the tip of my nose for sure, and then on the high points of my cheek. I did go in with a light hand, and it's still this vibrant. I was surprised. So this is under $10 at Ulta. I think this is a very cute gift if there's someone you know that would be into like this cutesy packaging and likes a glittery blinding highlight. The reviews for this were not great. So a lot of people said it was dry and that it didn't show up on their skin. I'm not sure why so many people had that negative a reaction. For me, I don't even think it's dry. It's not soft by any means, but I wouldn't consider it dry. But I had no problems Went in with a regular highlighter brush, put it on my face. Beautiful payoff, beautiful pigmentation. I've used it 5 or 6 times now with no issue. So just be aware, I had a good experience with it, but there were some people on the reviews at Ulta who did not have such a great experience with it. But I mean, I just could not resist. These two together are just so stinking cute. So I had to throw that in there. And again, I didn't try the other items from the collection, from the Marshmallow collection from My Heart Revolution, but this, at least for this one highlighter, I can speak to that I really am enjoying it, and will continue to use it. And then finally, another product from the I Heart Revolution brand. This goes back to the Elf movie collaboration. This is a giant lip gloss. So look how cute. This is my hand. Look how huge this thing is. You can see there it's got the elf. It's got these red and dark purple swirls in it. The lid has little Jack-in-the-Box. This shade is actually called Jack-in-the-Box, so I'm wondering, there were other lip gloss shades. I'm wondering if the name of them changed the lid. Hey, Gremlin. Gremlin came to say hello. So I don't know for sure. So unfortunately, they may have the name written on the bottom of this in very tiny font. I can't read it. If it's there, I can't read it. It's too small. So I don't know if we're supposed to, I mean, obviously you can see the color through. I just thought it was interesting that it was called Jack-in-the-Box, and then it had a little Jack-in-the-Box on the lid. But there's like a nude color, and then there's a red color, and then of course this is the darkest color. This would last you forever. I don't think anyone could get through a lip gloss this giant. I have no idea why they decided to make them so big like this. There was also a little set of 3 minis that looked very cute, but they were more like sheer glosses, and these are obviously meant to be very, very bold and pigmented lip glosses. So I liked this a lot. I think it made a, I just dipped straight out of the wand, and so the red and the purple swirled together to the color that I have on my face right now. It is definitely not transfer proof. This would go all over your face. It would go all over everything. You can see that I'm having a little bit of bleeding going on. I didn't use a lip liner with it. I think next time that is definitely what I would do. Use a lip liner and try to use a little bit less product. When you open it and pull the wand out, it does feel like a lot of product comes out on the wand. So it's a regular doe foot applicator, but it's big. It's a big applicator. I'm assuming just because the size of the lip gloss is so large that the applicator is just matching that. But it did make it a little bit difficult to be precise with it, especially since it is kind of a bleeding color. It's hard to be precise with it without a liner on. So I'll swatch this right here. Very, very pigmented. I mean, it's shiny, it's very pretty. I know it would transfer. My only complaint about it is that the applicator is so large, and that I think too much comes out. So what I'm going to do, whether just the sheer amount of it, and this may seem wasteful to some people, I'm sorry if it is, I'm just gonna literally take some of this and wipe it off on like a cotton ball or something, and use about half the amount on my lips, because one dip in was way too much, and this was after taking some off and trying to fix it and messing around with it. So I love the color payoff. I love the price of it. It's a very affordable brand. I love that it's a collaboration with the Elf film. But again, it's a little bit messy to play with. At least this darker color is. You may have better luck with it not being so messy if you tried either the nude shade or the red shade. I wasn't messy enough that I'm going to return it. I'm going to try it out with a lip liner and then see how I feel about it. And if it still works, if it stays shiny and pigmented like this with a lip liner on to kind of stop the bleeding, I think I would definitely keep it. And so just a reminder, another cute, again, idea for a gift. This is the bubble bath, and then this is the lip gloss that comes from the collection. I think that's so cute together. Okay, sorry, another very long video. Please let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. I really do like feedback, constructive feedback. Even constructive criticism is awesome. So if you have things that you like that I do, let me know. If there are things I do that you don't like, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you soon. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do another holiday video, but I'll definitely have some kind of new makeup, cold weather looks coming out for kind of like January and early February. I do have one more holiday palette that I got from Too Faced, actually 2. I'm debating on if I want to do a video on those. One is the little coffee mini palette, and then the other one is the 3 palette set. And then the other palette I kept for myself, so I could potentially swatch and show you that one as well. So just let me know what you think about that, and I hope you have a wonderful holidays. If you get a break from school or work or anything like that, enjoy your time off and try to stay rested up, and I'll see you in the next one.